Everyone keeps asking me when I'm going to retire, Stallone said, his iconic voice carrying 5 decades of Hollywood wisdom. But why would I retire from something I love that still pays me millions? He leaned forward with the energy of someone half his age. The Expendables, Creed, Tulsa King. I'm not just surviving in Hollywood at 77, I'm thriving. Age is just a number when you have stories to tell and the passion to tell them. Tonight, I'm sitting across from Sylvester Stallone, the man who transformed from a struggling actor sleeping in bus stations to a $400 million entertainment empire that spans 5 decades. But what's most remarkable isn't his past success, it's his present vitality. At 77 years old, Sly is still signing multi-million-dollar deals, headlining major productions, and proving that in Hollywood, experience and persistence can be more valuable than youth. People think Hollywood is a young man's game, but they're wrong, Stallone continued, his famous intensity undimmed by age. It's a storyteller's game, and the best stories come from people who've lived long enough to have something meaningful to say. My wrinkles aren't signs of decline, they're proof of experience that money can't buy. The waiter brought our drinks, but Stallone's focus remained on the philosophy that's kept him relevant across multiple generations. When I started in the 1970s, I thought success meant making it big young and staying on top forever. But real success is about adaptation, evolution, and understanding that every stage of life offers new opportunities if you're smart enough to recognize them. How do you stay competitive with actors a third of your age? I don't compete with them, I complement them. Young actors bring energy and modern appeal. I bring gravitas, experience, and the ability to anchor franchises that studios trust will make money. The Expendables wouldn't work with a 25-year-old lead, but it makes perfect sense with someone who embodies decades of action movie history. Stallone showed me recent contracts and projects, demonstrating his continued market value. Look at these numbers. Creed 3, which I produced and appeared in, made $275 million worldwide. Tulsa King on Paramount Plus broke streaming records. The Expendables franchise has generated over $800 million globally. These aren't nostalgia projects, they're current hits that happen to star a 77-year-old. The key is understanding what age brings to the table. I'm not trying to do the same stunts I did in Rambo. Instead, I'm using my experience to create characters that reflect the wisdom and perspective that only come with time. The first course arrived, but Stallone's passion for discussing career longevity kept him engaged. The entertainment industry is obsessed with youth, but they're missing a huge demographic. People my age and older who have money to spend and want to see themselves represented in quality entertainment. I'm not just making movies for young audiences anymore. I'm creating content for the generation that grew up with me. Tulsa King is a perfect example. It's about a 75-year-old mobster trying to adapt to a changing world. That story resonates with millions of people facing similar challenges, not criminal ones, but the challenge of staying relevant in a world that seems designed for younger people. How do you maintain your physical condition for action roles? Discipline that I learned decades ago and never abandoned. I still work out 6 days a week, still follow strict nutrition protocols, still treat my body like a business asset. But I've also learned to work smarter, not just harder. Stallone pulled up his current fitness routine and nutrition plan, showing a systematic approach to aging gracefully. I can't do everything I could at 30, but I can do things better than most 50-year-olds. It's about maintaining what's possible while accepting what's not. I don't try to look 40, but I make sure I can still perform at a level that serves the story. The physical transformation isn't just about vanity, it's about insurance. Studios invest millions in projects starring older actors. They need confidence that we can handle the physical demands and won't become liabilities. What about the business side of your career evolution? That's where experience really pays off. When you've been in the industry for 50 years, you understand cycles, trends, and what really drives profitability. I'm not just an actor anymore. I'm a brand, a producer, a creator who can greenlight projects. My production company, Balboa Productions, develops projects specifically designed for mature audiences and veteran performers. We're not trying to compete with Marvel movies. We're creating alternative entertainment that serves underserved markets. The main course was served, and Stallone reflected on the strategic thinking behind his recent projects. The Expendables was born from recognizing that action stars from the 80s and 90s still had commercial value if properly packaged. Instead of each of us trying to carry movies individually, we combined our star power into an ensemble that was greater than the sum of its parts. That franchise has made over $800 million because it understood something the industry had forgotten. Nostalgia, combined with quality production, values can be incredibly profitable. How do you choose projects at this stage of your career? Very carefully, because time is my most valuable asset now. I only take on projects that either pay extremely well, offer creative fulfillment, or provide platform for stories I want to tell before I'm gone. Creed was a perfect example. I could have just cashed checks for Rocky cameos, but instead, I helped create a new franchise that honors the original while appealing to modern audiences. That decision generated millions in producer fees, plus ongoing revenue participation. The restaurant was quieter now, allowing us to explore the psychological aspects of sustained success. The mental game is as important as the physical preparation. Hollywood is brutal to aging performers, especially men. You watch contemporaries fade away, struggle with irrelevance, or become caricatures of their former selves. I've stayed motivated by constantly setting new goals. It's not enough to rest on Rocky's laurels. I need to keep proving that I can create value in current markets with current audiences. The key is balancing respect for your legacy with willingness to evolve. I honor what made me successful while adapting to what will keep me successful. Tell me about your relationship with younger actors and creators. I love working with young talent because they keep me current. On Creed, Michael B. Jordan brought energy and modern sensibility that elevated the entire project. Ryan Coogler's direction showed me new ways to approach character development. But the collaboration works both ways. I provide institutional knowledge, industry relationships, and the credibility that comes from proven success. Young creators get access to my network and experience. I get access to their fresh perspectives and contemporary appeal. Stallone showed me photos from various sets, highlighting his mentoring relationships with younger performers. There's something powerful about passing on knowledge while still actively competing. I'm not some emeritus figure giving advice from retirement. I'm still in the game, still generating hits, still proving that experience has commercial value. What drives you to keep working at 77? Passion, pure and simple. I still get excited about new characters, new stories, new challenges. The money is nice, but I've been financially secure for decades. What drives me now is the creative fulfillment and the proof that age doesn't have to mean irrelevance. I also feel responsibility to other aging performers. If I can show that 77-year-olds can still headline successful projects, it opens doors for everyone who refuses to accept that careers have expiration dates. As our dinner wound down, Stallone reflected on the broader implications of his career longevity. The entertainment industry mirrors society's attitudes about aging, and both need to evolve. We're living longer, staying healthier, and remaining productive much later than previous generations. The idea that careers should end at 65 is outdated. I'm not just extending my own career, I'm helping redefine what's possible for performers of any age who have stories to tell and audiences who want to hear them. What's your advice for maintaining career relevance over decades? Never stop learning, never stop adapting, and never stop believing in your value proposition. Industries change, technologies evolve, audiences shift, but the need for authentic storytelling remains constant. Also, understand that reinvention doesn't mean abandoning what made you successful. It means finding new ways to leverage your core strengths for contemporary markets. Most importantly, stay physically and mentally healthy. Your body and mind are your primary business assets. Invest in them accordingly. What's next for you? More stories, more challenges, more proof that age is just a number when you have passion and persistence. I'm developing projects for streaming platforms, considering Broadway opportunities, and always looking for characters that let me use everything I've learned about life and performing. The goal isn't to work forever, it's to work as long as I can contribute value and find fulfillment. When that stops, I'll know it's time to step back. But that day hasn't come yet. As we stood to leave, Stallone offered his final insight about career longevity, passion, and the refusal to quit. The biggest mistake aging performers make is accepting that their best days are behind them. Every day you wake up healthy and creative is a day you can potentially create something valuable, earn significant money, and impact audiences. I'm 77 years old, worth $400 million, and still signing multi-million-dollar contracts because I never learned how to quit. That's not stubbornness. That's understanding that experience, persistence, and passion create value that youth can't replicate. Age isn't your enemy if you refuse to let it define your limitations. It's your competitive advantage if you're smart enough to leverage what time and experience have taught you. This evening with Sylvester Stallone revealed that the most enduring careers aren't built on avoiding aging, but on making aging work for you, proving that when passion meets persistence, there's no expiration date on success, relevance, or the ability to create value in any industry at any age. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos to hear the most private dinner conversations where billionaires reveal their deepest secrets. Which part inspired you the most? Drop it in the comments. Let's figure out how to become billionaires together.